Hey guys, this is Dr. Samir Islam. I want to thank you for joining me today in my Facebook Live. And today we're going to continue our series on obesity and some of the options we have for our patients who have obesity issues. And what we're going to talk about today is some of the treatments that we have for obesity. And so just kind of reviewing what we talked about before, we briefly talked about some of the problems we have, and this is our outline that we have right now. And summary from before, we talked about how significant uh, weight problems can be within the United States, leading to a lot of medical problems, including cancer, hypertension, diabetes, and things like that. And also, there are the non-medical issues that come with weight gain, including being embarrassed with how you look or being embarrassed with some of the clothes that you have to choose from. And the most important equation that occurs with respect to weight loss and weight gain is calories in versus calories out. And obviously, in a simple way, the more calories that you intake, the more calories you're going to have to expand or get rid of in order for you to match the energy that you use to have those calories that are coming in. And if you don't match that, too many calories in will obviously lead to weight gain, and more calories out will obviously lead to weight loss. But obviously it's a lot harder than just that. But that's basically, in a nutshell, what it does come down to. And some of the factors from the previous lecture that contribute to obesity include things like genetic, what sex you are, lack of physical activity, psychogenic factors including stress or depression, alcohol, smoking, and also there are medications that we can prescribe that can make it more difficult for weight loss as well. Now today, we're actually going to be starting our talk on the treatment options that we have for weight loss and what you can do to hopefully lose the weight that you want to lose. And today, we're going to be discussing lifestyle and what you can do in terms of your lifestyle to help out with the weight that you want to lose to hopefully get you the health that you need. And so, what are we going to be talking about today? So, when it comes to lifestyle changes, unfortunately, those who are most concerned about their weight are actually not those who are at highest risk to have a problem from weight gain. And now, those who are unable or unwilling to embark on a weight reduction program, but who are wanting to try and do what they can, should be very encouraged to do so. And this is why, obviously, you're listening to this lecture that we are talking about today. And the way we approach weight loss is through a multifaceted approach. In my opinion, it's not just one particular way that works the best. It has to be a multifactorial approach with respect to diet, physical activities, and changes in the behavior as well. It's a multidisciplinary approach that is the best option for having people lose the weight that they want to lose. The initial goal that we want to try and do is to try to lose at least 10% of your weight. That leads to significant improvement in your medical condition and also help decrease some of the risk factors for the long-term problems from weight gain, including diabetes and hypertension. That usually averages about 1 to 2 pounds per week, and that does typically involve a reduction of calories of about 500 to 1,000 calories per day. Now, in my opinion, the slower weight loss you have, the better it is for a multitude of reasons. Number one is that it's easier to do slow changes and have slower weight loss than it is to have a big, large goal in a short amount of time. It's easier to lose a little bit every day as opposed to losing a lot in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. What we found is that when you look at people who lose rapid weight, they always gain that weight back. It's universal for people who have rapid weight loss to all of a sudden gain that weight back very, very quickly. And also, rapid weight loss in and of itself is associated with other medical problems, whether it's high risk for gallstones or even electrolyte abnormalities. So in my opinion, it's a slow marathon that you have to approach with respect to weight loss. So what we try to aim for just in general is about a 4 to 6 month effort of weight loss. And for most people, if they put in the time, put in the effort, and try to make the change that they want to change, they can achieve about a 25 pound weight loss. But in a lot of our patients, it's very difficult after the first initial 6 months to continue to lose the weight that they want to lose, mainly because your hormones are working against you. There are changes in your baseline metabolic rate, or how easily you're able to metabolize calories. And it's hard to maintain on a particular diet for longer than 6 months. So what I usually tell my patients is that once you're able to lose the weight at those 6 months and you're at a plateau, reassess and kind of see, hey, for the next 6 months, let me see if I can go and set different goals. They may not be as large as the initial goals that you had for your first 6 months, but they should be goals to help you lose the weight that you want to lose. Maybe a different approach should be taken to help you lose the weight that you're hoping to lose. And one of the best ways to help lose weight is physical activity. And this is an important process for weight loss, part of the multifaceted approach. Now, I will tell you that physical activity alone is less successful than combination of diet and exercise. And it's very important to do a combination of both. But what we found, even with exercise, is that this is a very effective way to help you lose the weight that you want to lose. And more importantly, it's actually free medicine. We know for a fact that exercising will help out with depression, will help out with diabetes, will help out with hypertension and heart problems. Even if you don't lose weight, you will still have the metabolic benefits. It's a very cheap and easy way not only to live healthy, but also to lose the weight that you want to lose. And so a lot of people, when they have these weight loss goals, especially when it comes to physical activity, they want to do all these sort of things and try to rush in and do a lot of different things at the same time. They try to go crazy on CrossFit. They want to try and run 3 or 4 miles per day. They join a lot of gyms, try to go every single day. I honestly don't think that's the best approach. It's really important to start slowly. Even if you don't do a lot, a little bit of physical activity every single day on a consistent basis is more important, will provide you more benefit than trying to jam in a lot of physical activity in a short amount of time. It's very hard to do that. So just do it slowly. Start off very small. Maybe start off with taking a walk for 5 or 10 minutes every single day. If that's too hard, maybe it's just walking outside your door for about 5 feet. If that's too hard, maybe it should be just walking within a couple of places within your house or your home. Don't try to have these lofty goals in the very beginning. It's very hard to do that. Start off slow and just try to go with small steps to seeing how you do. And eventually, once you start to become used to doing the exercise, increase the intensity and increase the duration, but do it on a slow basis. Don't feel like you have to go for an hour and a half on your very first day. Try for 5 minutes for about a week or two. If you're okay with that, maybe go for 7 minutes, maybe 10 after that, 15, and slowly, gradually increase both the intensity and the duration. Usually what we want to try to aim for is about 30 to 45 minutes of physical activity 5 or more days per week. This will usually allow you to burn about 1,000 calories per week, which will help you lose the weight that you want to lose. But like I mentioned before, it's always important to start off slow and then progress from there. And it actually takes a lot of physical activity to burn off the calories, a significant amount of calories. If you're trying to burn 1,000 calories per week, you have to be running at least 11 miles, gardening for 5 hours, walking for 12 miles, dancing for 3 hours, and cycling for 22 minutes, which is why exercise alone may be difficult to achieve the weight loss that you want to lose without the use of diet as well. And the combination of the two are very effective means to help you lose the weight that you want to lose. And one of the more effective ways to help you maintain an exercise regimen is to use these simple apps. Whether it's an app like MyFitnessPal, a Fitbit, or even the Nike app, these are apps that let you know A, how much exercise you're doing, B, how many calories you're burning, but also C, it provides you a goal. If you have to hit a certain amount of steps per day and your Fitbit is telling you you're not quite there yet, it's a very effective motivating tool to help you lose the weight. Now I would encourage you, if you're having difficulty losing the weight, or you're having difficulty with exercise, or you just don't want to do it, or need to find some sort of motivation, download these free apps. MyFitnessPal is free. Use it. It's a very effective way to not only encourage you to lose weight, but also to help you maintain that weight loss as well. The other critical important thing is having a partner. It's having somebody to encourage you, whether working out with you, exercising with you, or just being there, is very critical for maintaining that type of regimen that you may need for exercise. It's hard to do it alone. It really is, especially when you're starting off in the very beginning. But if you're able to find another friend who's able to join you on that weight loss journey, with respect to exercise, or we can go with you. That's a very effective means to help you achieve those weight loss goals with exercise. The other important thing is sleep. Sleep hygiene plays an important role with respect to weight. So the whole role of sleep is to help heal and repair your body. And what we found is that if you're deficient in sleep, if you have a sleep debt, there's a very high risk of developing obesity. And so the less you sleep, the more stress hormones you have, and the more chances are that your body will go into more of a fight or flight response, causing fat to accumulate and causing more and more stress to occur. You want to aim for roughly 6 to 8 hours per night, and preferably around 7 to 8 if you can. And it's very important to maintain good sleep hygiene, and there are certain ways to do this, whether it's avoid heavy meals, avoiding alcohol or caffeine, especially late at night. It's very important to maintain the same sleep and wake times even on the weekends. And so if you're finding yourself very groggy on Monday, it could be with the fact that you're having a changing of your sleep pattern on a weekday compared to a weekend. It's very important to maintain the same time you sleep at the same time you wake up. Probably the biggest problem that we have within our society are the iPhones and the iPads and the computers that you're on right before you go to bed. I would encourage you to turn off your iPhone or keep your iPhone away from you and not being on a computer for at least 30 minutes to an hour right before you go to bed. Because studies have shown that can actually make sleeping a lot more difficult, which in turn can impair your sleep hygiene, which in the long run not only will hurt your health, can also lead to obesity as well.